3 weeks ago, you'd never heard his name. Today, defenders at the World Cup are having nightmares about him. Ivory Coast against Ecuador, the opening game, and for 90 minutes, a 19-year-old kid did something nobody saw coming. He took Piero Hincapié, one of the best young defenders on the planet, a man Premier League clubs are fighting over, and he ran him into the ground over and over, inside, outside, past him, around him. By the time the whistle blew and Ivory Coast had their 1-0 win, the whole football world was asking the same question. Who is this guy? His name is Diomande, and the World Cup has a serious problem on its hands.
Yeah. The price tag went up on every touch, didn't it? Every time he got the ball. I mean, this is a player that looks like he's absolutely total control of his opponent. He does what he wants when he feels like. He can come into the inside. He can go out wide. He can cross. He can shoot. He can dribble. He's strong. He's quick. He's smart. I mean, what doesn't he have? I mean, perhaps...
Let's start with what actually happened on the pitch, because the numbers are ridiculous. Ivory Coast had 37 touches in Ecuador's box that night. 12 of them, came from Diomande alone. He created 5 chances, more than any other player on the field from either team. His own teammates couldn't even finish half of them. He won his duels, he made runs, his markers simply could not track, and every single time he picked up the ball, an entire defense shifted in a panic. The winner finally came in the 90th minute. But make no mistake, this was the Diomande show on his World Cup debut, as the youngest player Ivory Coast have ever sent to a World Cup, at 19 years old. So what kind of player is he? Picture a left winger who plays like he's allergic to going backwards, 2-footed, lightning quick, and almost impossible to knock off the ball. He can glide infield onto his right and shoot, or stay wide, drop the shoulder, and leave you for dead down the line. One analyst watching the Ecuador game said he looked like a young Ryan Giggs, electric on the outside, pristine when he drifts inside. Others have gone even further, calling him the most gifted player to come through European football since Erling Haaland. That is the company this teenager is being mentioned in. But here's the part nobody tells you. 2 years ago, almost nobody wanted him. To understand how good this story is, you have to go back to Abidjan in Ivory Coast, where a kid was so obsessed with football that at 15 years old, he left home. And not for Europe. He moved to Florida, a prep academy in the United States, thousands of miles from his family, from his friends, from everything he knew, betting his entire future on a dream most people would have called insane. And from there, the trials started coming. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Rangers. At Crystal Palace, he trained alongside Ivory Coast and Michael Olise, 2 of the most gifted attackers in the Premier League today. The talent was right there, in front of everybody. And one by one, they let him walk.
Came together.
Did you speak English before?
No. I went to USA for 7 or 8 months, and I started learning by myself from Duolingo.
With the other guys, they spoke English or French?
Oh, they spoke English, yeah. They speak English and they speak French because they're from Senegal.
Did you have...
And then comes the part that should keep a few scouts up at night. In 2024, Chelsea came calling. Not a trial this time, a real move. Stamford Bridge, the Premier League, the kind of offer that, for most teenagers on the planet, is the entire dream in a single phone call. And everyone around him said the exact same thing. You have to take this. You do not say no to Chelsea. So what did Diomande do? He said no. He turned Chelsea down. He looked at the biggest club that had ever wanted him, and he walked away. Because in his own words, for everyone else, it was about the money. For him, it was about the path. And the path he chose? Spain. He signed for Leganés, a small club scrapping just to survive in La Liga, about as far from the bright lights of the Premier League as you can get. People thought he had lost his mind, turning down Chelsea for a relegation fight. But this was the entire point. He didn't want to be a name buried on a big club's bench. He wanted to play, to fail, to learn, to actually become a footballer. He bet on himself when every single voice around him said, don't. And within a year, that bet was about to pay off in a way nobody could have predicted. Because the path led to RB Leipzig, one of the biggest clubs in Germany. And what he did in his first season in the Bundesliga broke records, 12 goals, 8 assists in under 2,500 minutes of football. But the number that really tells the story is this one, 118 successful dribbles. 50 more than any other player in the entire league, not 50 more than a teammate, 50 more than anyone across all of German football. They named him Bundesliga Rookie of the Year in his first season in one of the toughest leagues in the world. The kid nobody wanted didn't just make it, he embarrassed everyone who ever doubted him. Which brings us to right now, and the bidding war. Because suddenly, every club that could have signed this kid for next to nothing wants him for everything. Liverpool have already made direct contact with Leipzig, and right now, they're leading the race. PSG are circling. Both Manchester clubs are watching closely. Bayern Munich want him. Tottenham are in it too. And the price? Reports in Germany now put it somewhere between 130 and 140 million euros. Let that sink in. 140 million for a winger that Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Chelsea all had within touching distance and let slip away. So yeah, The World Cup has a Yan Diomande problem, because every time this kid gets on the ball, somebody's defense is about to have the worst night of their career. He was rejected, he was doubted, he was overlooked by some of the biggest clubs in the world, and he turned every single bit of it into fuel. He is 19 years old. He's only getting started, and after one night against Ecuador, the rest of the planet is finally paying attention. Remember the name Yan Diomande, because you're going to be hearing it for a very, very long time.